Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Sir Booth here, back at you with another video. And today's topic is going to be revolving around all the basic things that I really think is really important, especially when you're working on a Wave Master. So that way you can build strong, decent habits. So that way when you get into the realm of sparring, which is contact and meeting someone else's resistance and their skill level, you could actually be more prepared than you would be if you weren't applying these small little basics, okay? Well, if you watch my other videos, I always talk about how to move your head and move your feet, and when you're throwing punches, do them all at the same time, all right? So there's three basic things right there that we really want to work on, and that's how it's really gonna get your sparring game through the roof, all right? So in my other videos, I talked about how to move, right? Your feet. Whenever you move your feet, never cross. If you're gonna move right, move your right foot first and let your left foot come with it. If you're gonna move your left foot first and let your other foot come with it. The last thing you wanna do is, if you're gonna move right, moving your left leg so that way you're cross. And I explained as well, the bad side of that is that, well, if your feet are always crossed, now you're in a place where the person, whatever it is can throw a punch and knock you off balance, all right? So just to bring it back full circle, having a strong stance give you stability and balance in the first place, right? How important is that? But you know what, at the same time, you don't want to just move around with your feet. You want to set up some strikes as well. So when you move right, throw a punch and then slide back. If you move left, throw a punch and let your feet slide back. It's the same thing as dancing, you know, you're just moving your limbs all over the place. So it's just a boom, 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 boom. Now, if you guys didn't just catch what just happened, right? I'm throwing punches and I'm moving my target always somewhere else, all right? There's a difference between doing this versus this, all right? Eventually, the person that you're sparring with is gonna catch on. It's like, all right, you know what's gonna happen? If they're throwing that 2-1-2 combo, pop, pop, and their head stays in place, I'll just cover and then fire back, all right? You see how that works there? There's a little pattern recognition going on. If you're gonna throw punches, and your head is the exact same place it started out, the person is gonna block and throw a punch back. Go ahead. Matter of fact, try out this exercise. I'm gonna throw some punches at you, you block, and then see if you can catch me in the head. All right? Really simple. You catch on pretty fast. You just block, maybe catch the punches and fire right over. Or you can literally time the punch. So as I'm throwing my 1, 2, swipe the 1 down, and as the 2's coming out, just punch right over the hand. And what does that mean, to punch over the hand? So imagine this. Your car is driving over water. My hand is water. Your punch is the car. Drive right over it and punch me right back in the head. So drive right over my hand and look at that. Nice road right to the face. Make sense? So that's the reason why you really want to move your feet in tandem with your punches as well as your body. Because if you move your head, your body goes with it. If you move your feet, make sure your head goes with it. All right? So that's really one of the benefits to do it. Now, here's another thing. All right? Since we're practicing drills, I'm trying to be a little more interactive with you guys. Check this out. I'm throwing my 1, 2. All right? You're blocking punches. Let's see if you can catch, right? My head is all over the place. Not only that, I'm occupying with the idea that you got to be defensive to keep your hands up. All of this stuff makes total sense when I'm talking to you guys. And then once you go to the Wave Master and start applying it, you know what gets lost in translation? That's implementing what you remember. All right? That's why so much as is me doing this video with you right here, pop, pop. Go ahead. Try to hit me in the head. Try to hit me in the head without getting hit in the head yourself. All right? All right? Now, if I were to just do this in place, my head is right there for you at all times, you know? And this is why it works, is because if you're gonna chase a target, you end up making yourself the bait. In sparring, one of my most favorite things to do, because a lot of people who are head hunting, what does that mean, head hunting? They basically just want to punch you and that you're hunting for the head, just trying to punch them in it. And now, once you get to a level where you're able to move fluidly without throwing yourself off balance, right? What I like to do is drop hands, stick my head out there, and it seems too good to be true, but if you're a person who's opportunistic, right? Stick the head out there, you're gonna go for the punch. You're gonna go for the punch. I lean back, I step off to the side, and I throw a left hook right over your head, and that's a point for me, right? Or maybe even a knockout shot, depending on how well anchored you are into your strike. Now, to go back to square one for beginners, all right? When you're moving with your feet, make sure your hands stay up. If I move or if I strike, I always want to end up somewhere else. Notice, pay attention to the feet. Pay attention to the whole posture. Don't even look how I punch. I'm just moving laterally around the target. Now, obviously, when you work with a wave master, something like this, it's hard to really imagine what benefits you're getting out of that. And here's what I want to paint for you guys inside your own mind so you can visualize what's happening. If two people are dancing around each other, right, you never want someone to get behind you. You always want to keep them in front of you. So if you're constantly dancing around in a circle, the other person is going to flow with you. They're looking for you to keep you in their line of vision so they can strike back. But if you throw a punch and you move, they're going to have to reset themselves. And what's going to end up happening is that as you move, you might find out you're faster than the other person. You might find out you're even slower than the other person. Or you just might find out the person doesn't move at all. And then you start getting this aha moment and you can start picturing other strikes to throw. All right? But mainly for beginners, start off with just as you punch, you're always somewhere else. As you punch, you're always somewhere else. As you punch, you're always somewhere else. And if you're going to do a combo, do a combo. Just whatever you do, don't do a combo and then move. All right? Ideally, you are going to want to land the strike at the same time your foot steps, so that way you at least have an exit plan already planned out, so that way you don't just throw the punch, come back, and then you're out of the picture. All right? Because there's still going to be a sitting duck. I hope all of that made sense, and if it didn't, ask a question. If it really didn't make any sense, send me a message. If it makes sense and you're not going to implement it, watch the video again. All right? Because we just went over this like video drill. All right. All right? Like I said, I'm occupying you with my punches. I'm not really trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to get myself at an angle where maybe I want to throw a leg kick, right? Always moving the head out the way. Trying to make you punch me, because once you punch, something's exposed. Something's exposed. And on the pullback, maybe I can get you to do something that I want you to do, all right? But first, we stick to the fundamentals, and that is make sure that at least we have our footwork down so we can dance around with our partners and not sit there like a sitting duck, super stiff, not even able to move, not even energetic, not even fun to play with, nothing like dancing around like this. All right? Hopefully you guys got something out of this and enjoy the video. Hit me back, maybe subscribe or something. Tell your friends about this and shoot, send me a message. All right. See you later, you guys. Have a good night and a good morning.